Hey guys, Spiritual Muse here. I'm here to talk to you tonight about the new moon in Gemini that we have tomorrow afternoon here in New York at 3:43 p.m. on June 13th. Now, 13 is an important number because that is a number of change, rebirth, divine feminine. There are 13 weeks in a season and there are 13 lunar cycles in a year. So there's a lot of forward momentum coming with this number 13. It's a very auspicious number. The word change as well that comes up with the number 13 is very much associated with the sign Gemini. Gemini is a very adaptable sign. It's a wind sign, so it's very happy for change. As a matter of fact, Gemini thrives under change. Gemini would prefer to be in constant motion. So there's a lot of forward momentum, change, adaptability with this new moon in Gemini. So if you want to change things, if you want to manifest new things, this is the perfect time. It's an amazing time for bringing about change in your life in almost any aspect. So some other things that the new moon in Gemini has to do with, one of the most important is communication. So Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the ruler of communication. That's why in Mercury retrograde, sometimes communication gets a little haywire. So if you want to communicate something with all of your spirit and all of your soul and none of your ego, this is a great time to do it. You just have to make sure that you are doing it through that channel from your higher self. So you want to think about how your communication is, and you're going to want to think about, are you being honest with how you feel? Because you don't want to be speaking from a place that is not your true, authentic self. You want to be speaking from a place that represents who you truly are. It's really important to speak in a way that truly personifies you. And actually, this is going to be a really easy time to do that. So it should come easy. Everything should just flow right through you in a very authentic, natural way that's going to be very inspiring for other people. So it's a really great time to start meditating. So meditating on how you feel about different things, checking in at your mental state and seeing how you are. Maybe you want to manifest more me time this cycle. We could all use more me time. Doesn't even matter how much time you're spending taking care of yourself and giving yourself self-care and self-love. You can always have a little bit more time doing that. And there's lots of easy ways to do that. So meditation is definitely a form of self-care. And meditation doesn't have to be this long, drawn-out thing. It doesn't have to take hours. It doesn't even have to take minutes. If you want to start meditating, you can do it in one in and out breath. So if you guys will just breathe with me. Breathe in and out. Slowly focusing on your breath. That is a beautiful start. You can do that at any point in your day. It takes like 1 to 2 seconds. So literally no reason why you can't take time to take a few breaths. If you feel yourself getting crazy, if you feel your brain going haywire, you can just slow down and take a couple of breaths. It's really, really magnificent. There's a lot of different techniques you can learn online as well for breathing and calming yourself down and lowering your stress levels. So another thing that Gemini rules over and is very good with is socialization. So if you've ever met a Gemini, you know that they are the life of the party. They're the bubbliest person you've ever met. They're just full of all of this love and magic, almost magnetic energy. You just feel drawn to them. So Geminis have this ability to get along with everybody. They're a very lovable companion to have in your life. So this is a good time to work on your ability to connect with people. You're going to have a lot easier time connecting with people during this new moon. So the new moon is really potent and powerful right 4 days around the new moon. So 2 days before, 2 days after, and the new moon itself. So it's this stretch of time, I guess it's really 5 days, where you feel the most intense new moon Gemini energy happening. So really utilize that, really make new connections. This is a great time to meet new people and you're just going to connect instantly. So it really gives you the ability to connect on a deep level, not just on a surface ego level, but on a level of what you truly care about. And I mean, don't you want people to know what you truly care about? So open up and talk to people about the things that you love and the things you're passionate about and the things that inspire you. because it's going to be a really great time to get people on board with all of those things and to meet people that, guess what, they just happen to love those things too. Or they just love how passionate you are about them and they think that that is awesome and they're more than willing to talk to you about that beautiful, beautiful thing. So Gemini is also the sign of the twin, right? So the Gemini sign has to do with our twin, and our twin is like our sibling. So if you have an actual twin, it's a great time to reach out to them. If you have any other siblings or close friends and family that feel like siblings, it's a really great time to reach out to them, especially if you have lost connection a little bit. So it's a really great time to just talk to them, try to, write down what you want to say to them beforehand, possibly if you're nervous about it, or if you feel like it's just not something that'll flow easily out of you. Think about it first, maybe meditate on it a little bit, and then go ahead and give them a call. Maybe just write them a letter. Anything like that. It's a great time to reach out to people that you love, that you've lost contact with, that people that feel like siblings, because the twin energy is strong and you're going to be feeling connections with those people very strongly right now. So anybody that you feel is a kindred spirit, that you feel like a soul sister or a soul brother or family kind of relationship with. So it's a good time to work on that. Strangely enough, reading is a really great thing to work on during this new moon. Geminis tend to dabble in a whole lot of different interests. They're really into talking about a lot of different things with a lot of different people. That's why they can easily jump into conversations and get to know anybody, because they happen to know a little bit of everything. And if they don't, they're happy to talk about it anyway. So if you want to pick up some new books, if there's something you've been thinking about getting into in terms of a hobby, it's a really great time to do that now. It's never a bad idea to pursue what interests you. Follow your bliss. It's never going to lead you, down a dark alley. It's only going to lead you into beautiful, inspiring places that lead you to better and greater things. So hop on that bliss train and buy a book you like, or, go to the library and rent a book you like, or just sit at the library. Maybe you'll run into someone that you have a great conversation with. Great time to be around literature and things that inspire you. And your life will thank you for doing such, for really jumping on board with all the things that you love. So buy some good books that inspire you, or go hunker down at a library somewhere. Gemini, as I said before, is really big on change. They absolutely love a dynamic lifestyle. They love adaptability and change. There's also the duality that comes with Gemini. So you may have heard of like the whole good twin, evil twin thing. Well, there's really no evil side of the Gemini, but there's always dark and light to everything in life. So, hi baby. So we're gonna think a little bit about our own inner self and how we're communicating even within ourselves. So is there more of your ego showing up when you listen to your self-talk, or so your ego would be like your inner critic, so like negative things, or like you're not good enough, you're not worthy, things like that, which you are totally worthy. And if you're hearing things like, you're beautiful, I love you, you're great, we can do this, it's all coming to us, we're magnetic, wonderful people, and everybody loves us, which is what you should be feeling at this Gemini new moon time of the month, of the year, then that's your higher self talking. So we want to be really vigilant of whether or not our higher self or our ego is talking and who we're listening to. Because let's be honest, it's very hard for our inner critic to be completely silent. But if we are being conscious of our mindset and the things that are going on, then we can really narrow down which voices we want to listen to and which ones we don't. And we all have inner voices, so it's not a crazy thing, okay? We all have self-talk all the time, going constantly, which is why meditation is great, because it can slow that down. But our higher self is the portion of our self-talk that we really want to connect to and listen to. So we also have some stuff going on with Mercury, who's the ruler planet of Gemini. Mercury is squared to Chiron, which brings about a lot of inspiration from us. It's going to help us to really give our messages and communicate with our spirit and not our ego. So this is all really wrapping together very well. And we also have Uranus sextile to Mercury, which gives us really wonderful communication and a sort of aha moment type of inspiration that people are just going to love. You're going to have this wonderful magnetic energy that just goes really well with the Gemini new moon. So if you want to, the new moon is all about manifesting. So if you want to manifest some new pals or, you know, some new inspiring people in your life, this is the perfect time. The absolute perfect time. So to wrap it all up, this new moon, we're going to pay attention to our communication and where it's coming from. Is it coming from our higher self or our ego? We're going to meditate to figure out where or what our higher self is trying to tell us. And then we're going to socialize and share those beautiful ideas. We're going to reach out to people that we love because it's a great time for that, even if it's hard. And we're going to grab books and things that interest us. All right? So this is a really beautiful new moon. And I think Cece feels it too. So I hope you guys enjoy this new moon. You know, it's a great idea to sit down for this new moon and meditate. So I definitely highly suggest that. It's also a super moon, so it's an extra powerful moon. And it's going to be a really great, and as far as I can see it, an extremely positive new moon. So get down, socialize, have fun, and thank you guys for listening. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video, if you're not already subscribed. And I hope to see you next time. And if you guys have any other ideas of videos about anything spiritual that you would like to see, feel free to comment below, and I will do my best to get through that video as quickly as possible. So, love and light. Take care. Thanks for listening.